Have you ever heard that intimacy fades with age? That it's something we're meant to outgrow or quietly let go of? For many, that belief becomes a silent truth. But science says otherwise. One simple act, often overlooked or brushed aside, may be one of the most powerful habits for maintaining your health and vitality as you age. As we grow older, we pay close attention to our heart, our memory, our bones. But how often do we talk about the natural rhythms of our body, like sexual release, even if it's just solo? The answer may surprise you. Ignoring this part of yourself could lead to faster aging, higher stress, and increased risk of chronic illness. But nurturing it, that might just change everything. In this video, we'll uncover 6 evidence-based health benefits of keeping intimacy alive in your golden years. From better sleep to a stronger heart, from emotional well-being to reduced risk of disease. What you'll learn might change the way you think about aging forever. Stick with us to the very end, because the last benefit might be the one you need most right now. Sleep is one of the most vital elements of health, especially as we age. And yet, so many older adults struggle with it, lying awake for hours, waking up multiple times a night, or feeling exhausted despite spending long hours in bed. But what if a simple, natural activity could help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up truly refreshed? That's where regular sexual release comes in, even when experienced alone. You may not associate intimacy with better sleep, but the science is clear. When you engage in sexual activity, your body releases a powerful cocktail of hormones like oxytocin and prolactin. These are the same hormones responsible for creating a feeling of deep relaxation and contentment. Just the right recipe for drifting off into a peaceful sleep. Let's take Robert, a 78-year-old retired high school teacher. For years, he battled insomnia. He tried everything, cutting out caffeine, reading before bed, even sleep supplements. But nothing worked. His mind kept racing, and his body couldn't seem to settle. After reading an article on the connection between intimacy and sleep, he hesitantly tried adding regular solo activity to his nightly routine. To his surprise, his sleep quality improved within a few short weeks. He was falling asleep faster, waking up less, and feeling far more energized during the day. There's also a deeper physiological explanation behind this change. Sexual activity naturally reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone that keeps you alert and wired, and helps lower blood pressure and muscle tension. Think of it as your body's built-in relaxation system. It doesn't require pills or devices. Just tuning into what your body already knows how to do. Beyond the immediate calming effects, regular sexual activity has also been shown to help regulate circadian rhythms, the internal clock that controls when you feel sleepy or awake. As we age, these rhythms can become disrupted, leading to inconsistent sleep patterns. But by engaging in a rhythm of your own, you help restore the natural cycles that promote restfulness and renewal. Still unsure if it's normal to explore this part of yourself later in life? You're not alone. Many people carry shame or outdated beliefs about what's appropriate at a certain age. But the truth is, there's no expiration date on pleasure or on self-care. If something so simple can bring you better rest, more energy, and greater peace of mind, why not embrace it? So, if you find yourself tossing and turning at night, consider this natural and powerful alternative. Your body and your mind may thank you in ways you never expected. Your heart is more than just a pump. It's the engine behind your energy, your focus, and your daily vitality. As we age, we're often told to protect it with diet, exercise, and medication. While those strategies are essential, there's another surprisingly effective way to support heart health that many people overlook: maintaining a regular intimate routine, even solo. Engaging in sexual activity naturally raises your heart rate and gets your blood flowing. It may not be the same as running on a treadmill, but the effects are remarkably similar. Your blood vessels expand, your circulation improves, and your cardiovascular system gets a gentle, healthy workout. Take Harold, for instance, a 75-year-old widower who used to be an avid cyclist. Over time, he became less active, started gaining weight, and his doctor warned him about rising blood pressure. While Harold wasn't ready to jump into intense physical activity again, his physician suggested a combination of light daily movement and regular sexual self-care. Skeptical but open-minded, Harold gave it a try. Within a few months, he saw noticeable improvements. His blood pressure leveled out, his stamina returned, and he even began sleeping more soundly. So what exactly happens inside the body? During sexual activity, endorphins are released, stress hormones are reduced, and the body's parasympathetic nervous system takes over, promoting relaxation, oxygen flow, and lower blood pressure. It's like tuning your engine for optimal performance, and the result is a stronger, more resilient heart. Several studies back this up. Research shows that individuals who engage in sexual activity regularly, yes, including self-stimulation, tend to have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Why? Because healthy circulation supports every cell in your body. When your blood moves freely, it delivers oxygen and nutrients efficiently, helps remove waste products, and supports organ function. Poor circulation, on the other hand, can leave you feeling sluggish, cold, and foggy-headed. And let's not ignore the emotional benefit. Feeling physically engaged with your body has a ripple effect. It boosts confidence, lowers anxiety, and encourages better self-care habits overall. The better you feel mentally, the more likely you are to stay active, eat well, and keep up with medical checkups. So if you've been wondering whether staying intimate, on your own or with a partner, can really benefit your heart, the answer is a resounding yes. It's an easy, natural way to support your body's most important muscle. After all, the heart isn't just for love, it's for life. As we age, we gain wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of life. But aging can also bring emotional challenges, feelings of loneliness, sadness, anxiety, or even depression. The truth is, mental health is just as important as physical health, and yet it often gets less attention. What if there were a natural, accessible way to support your emotional well-being that didn't require medication or therapy sessions? Enter sexual self-care. It might sound surprising, but maintaining intimacy, even with yourself, can have a powerful impact on your mental health. When you engage in this kind of activity, your brain releases a surge of feel-good chemicals: dopamine, endorphins, and oxytocin. These are the same natural substances your body produces during joyful experiences, like laughing with friends or taking a walk on a sunny day. These neurochemicals help lower cortisol, the stress hormone, while boosting serotonin levels, which play a major role in mood regulation. In short, regular sexual activity helps calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and lift your spirits, without the need for prescriptions. Let's take Elliot as an example. He's 73, retired, and living alone after losing his wife. For months, he felt emotionally numb, disconnected from the world, uninterested in hobbies, and plagued by restless nights. His daughter gently encouraged him to speak with a therapist, who explained the importance of physical connection, even solo, as part of emotional healing. With some hesitation, Elliot began exploring ways to reconnect with his body, and over time, something shifted. His mood lifted, his sleep improved, and for the first time in years, he felt hopeful again. There's more to this than just chemistry. Engaging with your body fosters a sense of self-appreciation. It reminds you that pleasure and joy aren't reserved for the young. You're still here, still capable of feeling deeply, and still deserving of emotional richness. This kind of intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional affirmation. Some people worry it's weird or inappropriate to talk about sexuality in later life. But the truth is, your emotional well-being doesn't stop mattering just because you've passed a certain birthday. If anything, it becomes even more essential to protect. Regular sexual release is a form of stress relief that's natural, free, and deeply personal. So if you've been feeling a little off, down, or emotionally drained, don't ignore that inner voice asking for connection. Tuning into your own needs, even in this quiet, private way, can be a gentle but powerful path toward emotional balance. After all, caring for your mind is just another way of caring for your whole self. When it comes to men's health, one topic that often gets ignored, or whispered about, is the prostate. Yet it plays a vital role in overall well-being, especially as we age. Maintaining prostate health doesn't have to be complicated or invasive. In fact, one of the simplest and most natural ways to protect it might already be in your routine, or should be. We're talking about regular sexual release. Yes, even if it's just you in a quiet moment alone. Science shows that consistent ejaculation may help reduce the risk of prostate issues, including benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) and even prostate cancer. Why? Because it helps clear out old fluids and toxins that can otherwise build up and cause inflammation. Think of your prostate like a car engine. If it's never used, old oil and debris start to gum up the system. But when it runs regularly, everything flows better and stays cleaner. That same idea applies to your body. Let's look at Walter, a 76-year-old retired bus driver who had been struggling with frequent nighttime urination and pelvic discomfort. His doctor explained that his prostate was slightly enlarged, a common issue with age, but also shared that regular release could support healthier function. Walter was surprised, even skeptical, but he took the advice to heart. A few months later, he found himself sleeping through the night more often, feeling less pressure, and even noticing improved energy. So what's happening behind the scenes? When you ejaculate, your body flushes out fluid that contains enzymes, old cells, and possible irritants. Doing this regularly helps reduce inflammation and supports better circulation in the pelvic region. This not only makes you feel better day to day, it also helps maintain long-term health. You might be wondering, isn't this something that only matters for younger men? Not at all. In fact, it becomes more important with age. The risk of prostate problems rises after age 60, and regular release may help counteract those risks naturally. It's not a cure-all, but it's a proactive, pleasurable way to support one of your body's most overlooked systems. It's also a form of self-awareness. Paying attention to your body, noticing changes, and staying in tune with how you feel all play a part in preventive care. If something doesn't feel right, you'll know. And that awareness alone can lead to earlier detection and treatment. The bottom line: your prostate matters, and taking care of it doesn't have to be clinical or complicated. Something as simple as regular intimacy, even solo, can help you stay healthy, comfortable, and more in control of your body. Prostate cancer is one of the most common health concerns for men over 60, and while it's a topic no one likes to dwell on, awareness can make all the difference. Thankfully, recent research suggests that something as natural and simple as regular sexual release, yes, even solo, may actually help reduce your risk. Here's how it works. Your prostate's job is to produce and store fluid that protects and nourishes sperm. But when this fluid isn't regularly released, it can stagnate, potentially leading to inflammation, cellular buildup, and over time, an increased risk of disease. Regular ejaculation helps flush the system, clearing out old fluids, reducing congestion, and keeping the prostate environment healthier. It's a bit like a garden hose. If water sits inside too long without flowing, bacteria or sediment can build up. But when the hose is regularly used, everything stays fresh and clear. Scientific studies back this up. One well-known long-term study found that men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had a significantly lower risk, up to 33%, of developing prostate cancer compared to those who ejaculated less frequently. While that number might sound high, the key takeaway isn't about frequency. It's about consistency. Consider Martin, a 68-year-old retired painter. He'd always been fairly active but never gave much thought to his prostate. When he began experiencing mild urinary discomfort, his doctor brought up lifestyle habits, including sexual activity, as part of preventive care. With no partner at the time, Martin hesitated, wondering if self-pleasure even counted. But after learning that solo intimacy was not only normal but beneficial, he made it a regular part of his self-care. His symptoms subsided, and more importantly, he felt empowered knowing he was doing something positive for his long-term health. This isn't about pressure or performance. It's about listening to your body. Regular sexual release is a natural biological function that supports the systems we depend on, especially as we grow older. By taking care of your prostate now, you reduce the likelihood of more serious problems later. It's also worth noting that this form of preventive care is entirely within your control. There are no prescriptions, no procedures, and no complicated routines. Just a quiet moment, a little awareness, and a healthy dose of self-respect. So if you're looking for simple, science-backed ways to protect your health, don't overlook what your own body already knows how to do. Prostate cancer prevention might start with something as straightforward and as human as staying connected to yourself. As we grow older, one of the more frustrating and often embarrassing challenges that many men face is the sudden loss of control over bladder function. Frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night, difficulty starting or stopping urination, or even leakage can all feel like inevitable parts of aging. But here's the encouraging truth: there are natural ways to support bladder control and maintain strong pelvic health, and regular sexual release is one of them. You may not realize it, but the same muscles that engage during sexual activity are part of the pelvic floor, the network of muscles that helps control urination and support the bladder and prostate. Like any other muscles, if they aren't used regularly, they weaken. But when you stay sexually active even on your own, you're essentially giving those muscles a workout. Let's talk about Gerald, a 74-year-old former firefighter who started experiencing bladder urgency and nighttime waking. He felt tired all day and anxious about going out for long walks or social events. After consulting with a urologist, he learned that regular ejaculation could help improve muscle tone in his pelvic floor. Skeptical but willing to try, Gerald added solo intimacy into his weekly routine. The results: fewer nighttime interruptions, greater bladder control, and a renewed sense of comfort and confidence in daily life. This connection between intimacy and bladder health is backed by research. Regular release helps improve blood flow to the pelvic region, which nourishes tissues, reduces inflammation, and keeps the entire system functioning more efficiently. It also promotes the natural clearing of fluids and bacteria from the urinary tract, reducing the risk of infections or irritation. Many men shy away from this topic, either because they're embarrassed or because they believe it's too late to make a difference. But it's never too late to listen to your body and take steps to support your well-being. In fact, as we age, it becomes even more important to stay connected to these natural rhythms. Engaging in sexual self-care can also have indirect benefits. Less stress, better sleep, and improved mood all support healthier bladder habits. Stress is a known trigger for urgency and frequency, and when you reduce anxiety, your body often responds in kind. So if you've been dealing with issues like sudden urges, frequent urination, or discomfort in the pelvic area, consider adding regular intimacy to your wellness routine. It's simple, private, and incredibly effective. This isn't about reclaiming youth. It's about maintaining comfort, dignity, and quality of life at any age. And that starts by embracing what your body was always designed to do, naturally and without shame. After everything we've explored today, one message stands out loud and clear: taking care of your body doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. In fact, it becomes even more important. And when it comes to protecting your health, physically, mentally, and emotionally, intimacy still plays a powerful role. Whether it's improving sleep, supporting your heart, protecting your prostate, or simply helping you feel more grounded and alive, regular sexual self-care is a natural, science-backed way to stay connected to your vitality. No prescriptions, no complicated routines. Just a quiet, personal act that nurtures your well-being from the inside out. Too often aging is framed as a time of decline or limitation. But the truth is, aging can also be a time of rediscovery, of listening to your body, honoring your needs, and letting go of outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. There's no shame in wanting to feel good, to sleep better, to reduce stress, or to stay strong. That's not indulgence, it's wisdom. So, if there's one takeaway today, let it be this: your health is worth prioritizing, no matter what stage of life you're in. Embrace it, respect it, and never underestimate the impact of small, consistent choices, especially the ones that bring you comfort and joy. Thank you for spending time with us today. If this message resonated with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. You're not alone in this journey, and your story might just inspire someone else to take better care of themselves, too.